Hello everyone and welcome back to RSM Gaming. My name is RSM Paragon and today we've got really good gameplay going on in the background for you guys as we slap it up again with the DMR. I know, I made a video, I said goodbye to the DMR, but Raven didn't do their job properly and it was still broken, so I went and got some more gameplay with it. But now, luckily, a second nerf has well and truly put the nail in the coffin, and the DMR, although it is not completely broken anymore, it is still usable, which is the right kind of nerf. It's still a good gun, because obviously we don't want to be removing guns completely and making them pointless, but it's not quite as strong as it was, which is obviously a necessary balance. As much fun as it was to use the DMR and like the MAC-10 and Diamatis and stuff, it was too much. Not a good start to the game here though. I get smacked in the back straight away upon landing. Didn't actually realise there was anyone behind me. But what we've got in the background is a couple of really good gameplays. The first especially, we dropped 21, 22 kills, may even have been 23, I can't remember, but well over half a lobby wiped in one game, so really good kind of team gameplay there as well for you guys to enjoy. And then the second one, not quite as action-packed, but still a good game and another Warzone win all the same, and then maybe a little bonus clip at the end too. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay in the background, and I'm just going to chat alongside, talk about obviously the new meta, new update and everything like that. So starting off straight away, as I said, obviously Diamati's been nerfed, DMR's been nerfed, MAC-10 didn't receive another nerf. Found that a little bit interesting. I think it's still quite good, it's still very good. I don't know why he was camping in there, by the way, but it will be a very viable option still for SMGs, for like that up close quarters gameplay. Obviously on top of the MAC-10 you've got guns such as MP5, you've got MP7. I think the Bullfrog is going to be a very good one as well, because the Bullfrog has the range, so a bit like the MAC-10. I think that will be pushed up into the new meta quite a lot. But obviously, yeah, for close quarters you're always going to want kind of guns like that. Sniper rifles are back in the game, they're back in business, now without the DMR, obviously with that going and being nerfed. You see HDRs a lot more, you'll see the SPRs, the cars, they're all going to come back into contention just because of how good they obviously are. I will say, I'll say two things. First, I think I should have died there, that was very lucky, but the Barrett, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Barrett, and I'm really excited in the coming weeks to start trying it out and really trying to see kind of what classes I can make with it and whether or not it can be viable. The couple of times I've used it, I've always thought to myself, it's a really good gun and it definitely will be viable. It's not got the fastest ADS, but if you're sniping on kind of the dance, not rebirth, you know, when you down someone, you can get that second shot in straight away, almost, and it's just bang bang, they're dead. No getting back up, no revives, and I think that makes it a really powerful and viable option for Warzone. So that will be really interesting to see whether or not I'm right there. Obviously, the big guns, I think the FFAR, it's called the fast firing assault rifle, or the FFAR, if you want to say it like that. That's going to be really powerful medium to close quarters range just because of the rate of fire. I mean, it was already good before, but now without the kind of DMR and everything, I think that'll be top gun. I think the Stoner as well. I've seen a few content creators starting to make videos on that as well. So if you're interested in the Stoner, get it leveled up quickly while double XP is on for the remainder of today. Just because obviously that is a really good gun as well. It gives you the range. It's good medium as well, and then obviously you've got so many bullets in there that it's perfect to just open fire and take out whole teams when you need to. So really strong contender there as well from the Stoner. And then obviously, yeah, we've got, like I said, that wasn't quite the the Diamatis that we were expecting there as I go down. But as I was saying, lots and lots of new guns, and it makes Warzone quite fun again when, you know, there is a new meta, when there's a balancing patch like this, because it means it becomes so stale when you see the same guns all the time, when you play with the same guns all the time. And in order to be competitive in a game like Warzone, if you are not using the best guns, which obviously for this video at the time was DMR, MAC-10, Diamatis, you are at a severe competitive disadvantage. And yes, you know, you can get anti-meta guns, you can try and get stuff that is a bit different, and obviously if you want to play Warzone to have fun, use different guns, that's fine. But when you're making it from this point of view for content, when you're trying to get wins, be competitive, if you are not using them, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. And that's always going to be a problem. That's always going to be an issue with any, not just Warzone, with any multiplayer game, with any kind of FPS game. Obviously, balancing is and always will be a major subject. So it's quite interesting that obviously every time we get these kind of balancing patches, the community takes a couple of weeks, get the meta, and then we go again. And what I basically want to talk about today is that obviously I really hope that going forward, Raven, now that, for those of you who didn't know, Raven Software are now the main developers of Warzone and obviously upkeep on Warzone. So Infinity Ward have moved on to work on presumably the next Call of Duty game, and obviously Treyarch work on Cold War and continuing updates and live services for that. But yeah, in terms of obviously Raven now being the main developer, I really hope that they can start to... Infinity Ward, I don't want to say they did a bad job, but I think they could have improved a lot. I think that obviously balancing patches need to happen quicker. There was way too many times in the past, we go back to things like the Growl, months nearly of way too overpowered guns. Again, DMR, too powerful, should be nerfed immediately. I've seen a lot of people in the community asking for weapons to be vaulted. If something is broken or it's not right, vault the weapon, take it out. I would like to agree with that. I think in practice it's a really good idea, but obviously you've got the legal complications on top, which is that if someone has brought a blueprint for that gun and they can no longer use it because the weapon's been vaulted, obviously they could ask for refunds, they could ask for money back, worst case scenarios, suing, stuff like that. I doubt maybe people will take it that far, but then again, you never know, they may. So there's obviously quite a tightrope there to kind of balance around and make sure you don't go too far one way or the other. But I do think that Raven can do a lot more in terms of making balancing patches happen faster. I think ideally what they can do the best would be to employ either a community manager or just someone to kind of talk through the issues with the community and make us aware, you know, yes, we're aware, yes, we're working on it, yes, we have a patch coming in the next couple of weeks. Communication goes such a long way between developers and obviously player base, and I think without it, it means that a lot of the time we're left in the dark, we're left kind of questioning, oh, why have they not done this, why have they not done that, why is there no balancing patch, why is there this, why is the DMR still broken, and so on. And I think it's obviously it would be a big step and the right move for Raven to go ahead and employ someone or just have better communication generally. Before I carry on rambling as well, there's the final kills. So 22 kills in total. Not bad at all. Not bad at all there. And a nice example of how completely nuts the DMR is as we move into our second game. But yeah, so back to what I was saying, and obviously you want that kind of communication as a player. You want to know what's going on with a game. When a game's as big as Warzone as well, and obviously with all the money involved, all of the player base, it's the biggest FPS in the world, it's the biggest battle royale in the world. I think it's foolish not to have that in place, and I really hope it's something that they implement for the future. So obviously that's that side of it. And then in terms of obviously the balancing patches and everything else, moving forwards, obviously content updates are key to a game like Warzone. I think we've had far too long at times where things become stale just because there's not been enough. I mean, in a year, until recently with the new Rebirth map, Verdansk, it just doesn't change enough for me. It gets boring too quickly to play on the same thing for so long, and obviously that's a shame as well. When you compare it to something like Fortnite, every single season, big map changes, eventually a new map. I think Warzone should kind of take a hint from that and follow suit, and obviously keeping things fresh, keeping like content updated and new all the time is really important for a game of this size and scale. And obviously that's what keeps player bases active. It's what keeps people wanting to come back and try new things. So that's a really important thing as well that I think Raven should kind of work on and try and consider. Also, if you're wondering what's going on here, we couldn't work out why Elliot was going down, and obviously it was the gas, but the gas wasn't showing up in that bit, it was showing up outside, which was making us very confused. We thought he was being shot, but anyway, there we go. We got there in the end. They've both gone down, so I'm going to run away. The old tactical escape tactic, that one is. Reload the gun. But yeah, that's basically the outline of obviously what I wanted to touch on, was that Warzone needs more content regularly. It needs better communication from the devs, and obviously the balancing needs to be better. I understand, obviously, the first balancing patch with the DMR, you don't want to nerf it into the ground. I completely get that, and obviously, I don't think they did anything too wrong there. It should have been a stronger nerf, yes, but they didn't want to go too far the other way, and obviously it's something they will learn from when balancing guns in the future. That's absolutely fine. They've nerfed it now, it's the end of it. But yeah, I just hope that in terms of balancing patches and things like that, I hope that we get better balancing patches more regularly, and I hope that this will obviously, along with potentially more content, new content. I know we're meant to be getting a new map in March, but March is still a long way away, and yeah, for a game of this size and for a game of this player base and how much money it brings in, I feel like there should be more content available. There should be more map changes. There should be more maps. So we shouldn't have 2 maps a year nearly into its life cycle. So they're the kind of main things that I wanted to touch on there. And obviously I hope very much that Raven will take kind of these things on board from the community, because I know a lot of community members ask for this and have been asking for this for a long time. And I hope that obviously they do listen and they take this on board, and ultimately we make Warzone a much better game for it as well. Because that's all we want at the end of the day, really. I mean, that's all player base will ever want for a game, is for it to be a good game. I mean, it is a good game, but it can always be better. So that's obviously where we're going with this, and that's obviously where we want the game to be, in that kind of state. So yeah, that's me done rambling for that, and here coming towards the end of the video now. Got the last couple of minutes left as we run around here. Someone up in the sky as well. I miss many shots. But I always thought he splattered for some reason. I always thought he like flew down and died there, because Elliot said he was watching him and he just disappeared into the sea. But I think he does stay alive, because Elliot dies in a second. But yeah, we're just coming up towards the end of the game. We've got the bottom circle here. We know it's coming down towards us. The last couple of teams are up there. They're going to have to push down. You can see them there already on the roof. Take a couple of shots with the DMR. Obviously now, post-patch, that damage will be bouncing all over the place. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this as well, actually, as I just went down there, but quite an interesting point. When you get shot, I seem to find quite often I get stuck when playing. Hallam and Elliot have said the same thing as well, is that when you're being shot at, you can't seem to be able to move, especially if you're on top of something, like I was on the roof there. I'm trying to back off and move backwards, and it just kind of freezes me, and I just end up sitting there being shot at, and obviously I go down. But yeah, I've always found that a little bit interesting as well in Warzone, something that's can be very annoying, especially in like tight situations when obviously normally you just jump off the roof, plate up again, go back to the gunfight. But it is what it is, as they say. And up there on the building, they're still up there, so we're going to airstrike that building now. Hallam's gone to buy Elliot back from the gas, and this airstrike's obviously pushing them off the building, and we even get a down there, so and an armor break on someone else. So we know they're down there now, and I'm going to climb up onto this roof. Elliot comes straight back in with a kill, and there's the last guy. And there we go, nice and easy for the second win in a row of the night. Yeah, we did play at night. And then very quickly, to round it all off, we went for a third win, and we very, very nearly got it. But unfortunately, as you're about to see, didn't quite work out that way. As here we are on the roof with the heartbeat sensor. The final teams are below, well, final team is below us. I'm going to jump up here. I'm going to peek round, I spot him, we're going to take him down, and I fall off the roof to my death. Oh dear. Wasn't to be for the 3 wins in a row. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit unusual, a bit different with me rambling on the whole time, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful or informative. If not, let us know down in the comments below. Always the best way to help us know what kind of content to make for you guys. As always, stay tuned, we've got plenty more videos and content coming for you soon, and the Miles of Adventure will be back next week as well. Do not worry, it is coming. And in the meantime, we'll be working hard on lots of new Warzone content too. So from all of us at RSM Gaming, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.